Hey guys, so I know a lot of you guys are going to be making weight loss resolutions or fitness resolutions for the new year. I get a lot of questions from people asking me, what should I do if I have this kind of craving? Or, I've been sticking really well to my diet, but I want to cheat, but I don't want to feel like I'm completely giving up on it. What should I do? So you can always find low-calorie substitutes for your favorite things. Now this isn't really a health food video. This is just lower-calorie substitutes for all your favorite junk foods. And are things that I do in my real life whenever I get really bad food cravings at home. So my personal advice, growing up and in college was soda. I was a really big soda lover. I didn't really like the canned or bottled stuff. I really liked fountain soda. And this became a problem when I moved into the dorms because, you just have limitless soda and I would have 4 or 5 cups a day and that's awful for you. Soda has about 11 packets of sugar per can that you drink. And I always liked the dark sodas. I didn't like diet soda, which isn't that much better of an alternative for you, by the way. So I'm going to show you guys a recipe that I personally used when I cut back on soda. So what I'd do is I would get a fun little cup. I'm just using a wine glass right now because I really think if you make your food kind of fun and pretty, it makes it more enjoyable. So I'd fill it with about maybe 2/3 of the way with mineral water, sparkling mineral water. You want to make sure it has some carbonation to it. So I'd fill it up about that high with mineral water, and then I'd top it off with orange juice. And now what you have is a low-calorie carbonated soda substitute. So this next one is actually kind of inspired by you guys. A lot of you guys say in the comments, what do I do if I have a chocolate craving? I love chocolate. I have to have it every day. I'm a big sweets person. Now, I've always stressed I think indulgence is okay, but moderation is key. Now, the problem with a lot of candy bars and with a lot of chocolates, obviously, other than the fact that it's high calorie, is that they'll have one bag that has multiple servings on the inside. So what happens is you'll open that bag of chocolate or you'll open that bag of chips. You'll sit there and you'll mindlessly eat, 4 or 5 servings in one sitting. And that's where a lot of that weight gain comes from. And so what Skinny Cow does, which is really cool, by the way, Skinny Cow has these brand new chocolate treats. They make really good ice cream treats. They have these mint ice cream sandwiches. They're less than 150 calories. Those are one of my most favorite ice cream treats in the world. But they've actually recently come out with these 2 new chocolate items. They have these Heavenly Crisps. These kind of resemble a candy bar. It has layers of chocolate in between these little vanilla wafers. And they're all individually packaged. And this is really smart because this is what happens when a lot of people overeat. A lot of people tend to overeat because they don't know what a portion size is. So Skinny Cow is really smart in that they actually individually package everything. And so that way you're not going to overeat. This is one portion and you're only opening up that one portion at a time. So these Heavenly Crisps have 110 calories each per bar. I got the milk chocolate flavor. They also have a peanut butter flavor. And my personal favorite of the 2 chocolates that they've released are the Dreamy Clusters because this one has caramel on the inside and it has crisp rice on the outside. And so it's crunchy and then on the inside it's chewy. And I also got the milk chocolate flavor in this. But they also come in a dark chocolate flavor. I'm personally not a fan of dark chocolate though, which is why I chose milk chocolate for both because I don't know, dark chocolate hasn't grown on me yet. Maybe it will one day, but I'm still a really big milk chocolate fan. But you guys can actually find these at any of your local grocery stores, and the main chain stores will have this. And it'll be in the candy aisle. Each box contains 6 individual servings, and they're all packaged like this. And these Dreamy Clusters have 120 calories. And you can just, grab them, throw it in your bag, you eat it on your way to school, whatever it is. And that way you can indulge without overindulging. So last thing I'm going to show you guys is a low-calorie substitute for French fries. So instead of using a traditional white potato, which honestly isn't as bad for you as everyone claims it to be, potatoes kind of get a bad rap because we doctor them up in so many ways. We put sour cream on them, we put cheese on them, whatever. We make them into mashed potatoes and French fries. But you guys can make your own French fries at home, but bake them instead, so it's a little bit healthier. Now I have to warn you guys that a baked French fry will never taste quite the same as a fried French fry. But this way you can give them a little bit of crisp, and I'm going to show you guys how to form a nice little crust on your sweet potato fries. I'm choosing sweet potatoes over regular potatoes because, while white potatoes are not bad for you, sweet potatoes have about twice as much more soluble fiber, really high beta-carotene levels, and they also have a lower glycemic index, so it's not going to make your blood sugar spike as violently. So next I'm going to preheat my oven to 425 degrees. I'm going to take 1 peeled sweet potato. I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise. Now be careful. This part is the least fun part. And now I'm going to cut it into thin slices. Try to cut it as evenly as possible so that way it cooks evenly. And this is how I like to shape my fries. Now if you want, you can also cut them down the center so that they'll look more French fry-like. But I don't mind them being more wedge-shaped. You're going to get a bunch of spear sections that look like this. If you cut it into little spear sections, it'll also be crispier because that way you'll have more crust around it. But I actually prefer it to be like this, it's a little bit more meaty. So this step is actually optional. I've done it without this step and with this step. So what I'm doing right now is I'm soaking my fries in water for about an hour. What it does is it lets some of the starch leak out of the sweet potato, so that way your fries will be crispier. So So next what we're gonna do is take a clean kitchen towel and just dry off our sweet potatoes. Make sure to get them as dry as possible. And next I'm just gonna take any plastic bag, and I have here about a tablespoon cornstarch, a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning, and some cracked black pepper. And I put it in the bag. So put the sweet potatoes inside and just shake them up. So next what you're gonna do is put your sweet potatoes in a clean mixing bowl and put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Just drizzle it all inside there. Just toss the coat. So next what you're gonna do is get a non-stick cookie sheet. Lay down the pieces of sweet potato on the cooking sheet and just make sure that none of the pieces touch so that way it won't stick together. And just pop them in the oven. And bake them until they're crispy and turn them halfway through. So afterwards you can just take them out and plate them. And now you have a lower calorie version of French fries made in your very own oven. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and good luck on your New Year's goals and resolutions, and I'll talk to you guys later.